Hello, friends. I'm here. So, you guys are probably like, wow, Joanna, why are you all dressed up? Um, to be completely honest with you guys, my hair is a little oily today, so I was like, we're just going to put it up. So, fancy hairstyle it is today, which I haven't done in a very long time. So fun fact, this was the exact hairstyle with I think slightly different hairpins, but the base hairstyle is exactly the same thing that I did for my wedding. So fun fact. Also, this is my engagement necklace if you guys didn't know. Also wore that for my wedding for obvious reasons. But yeah. So that is to explain why I look a little bit different today. But how are you guys doing? Looks like Tannerman is here. Was here early, that is. Amir is here, and Majimokichi. You saw what I wrote in the description, eh? Yay! I just want to make sure you guys know that like the purpose of these streams is so that you guys have a place to hang out, in the midst of the world going crazy right now. Let's see. Flobo is here. Jade, hello. Hey, Michael. Oriana, Andrew, what's up? How are you doing? Emily, let's see. Paulo, hello. Hey, David. No, you're not late. Don't worry about it. I just started, so you're definitely not late. Definitely not late. Yeah, I know, fancy hair vibes. Braids and updos and stuff are very good at hiding the fact that you really need to wash your hair very soon. So with my hair being this long, I don't wash it every day. I'm sure you long hair folks probably do the same thing as well. I wash mine every other day. So, hey Natasha, you did your own COA on your backup flute and it all went back together just fine. Fantastic. That's so great. Hey, Olga. Lovely. You'll be playing your flute at your grandpa's memorial service. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry. But I think your grandpa will really like it. I am a believer in the afterlife, so I think your grandpa will love it. It'll be a really, he'll be there. He'll love it. Jamie is here. Hello. Long or short hair, you shouldn't wash your hair every day. Yeah, it's not actually good for your hair to shampoo it every day. So, because the natural oils from your hair is actually really healthy for you. So in this modern era, we have kind of I think slightly ruined a lot of our hair by, washing it too much. So, but, some people have never heard of the fact that some people don't wash their hair every day. So thought I'd make a mention of that, You can't wait for the next Flute Center New York live stream. Well, Michael, you are in for a treat because it is likely happening next week, same time here. So it is likely happening then. I should be receiving the flutes tomorrow. So, but I promise you guys, I will only open the box to make sure that everything needs to be there that I need there. And I'll be preparing different text titles and stuff, just so that I don't have to type it as I react. So, but I won't play the flutes until I play it in front of you guys. Uh-oh, Tannerman, you probably should go see a doctor about that, get some treatment. RIP all swimmers who swim every day. Yeah, I know, right? Because the chlorine and stuff in the water is also not good for you, which you have to wash out. Yeah. I think that's why some swimmers use swim caps, right? It's to protect their hair, I think. What am I getting? I'm not telling you guys yet. No, no, no. I'm not telling you guys yet. It's a bit of a surprise. Yeah, not yet. I'm not telling you guys yet. Am I still doing Blogilates? Not right now, no. So partially it's because we have neighbors downstairs, so some of the jumping around is not so great for that. So right now we have we have been doing other workouts instead. Kind of, gotta change it up a little bit, right? Yeah. Hey, Melanie, how are you doing? Yeah, the swim cap is to protect, right? To protect your hair. Yeah. Yeah. Aerodynamic. I could see how it could be more aerodynamic. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I don't know, right? Because I'm not professional swimmer. I don't swim. I also just don't swim often, so. All right. So guys, I actually already had my tea earlier. So if we double up on the tea, that might be a bit too much. So I think I'm just going to have water, while I'm chatting with you guys. Now, before we jump into the sight reading portion of this live stream, I did want to, make it very clear to you guys what the rules are for the chat. I think those of you who are in the chat, I think for the most part, you guys know what the rules are already. If you have a sight reading request, do not make the request in the chat, all right? If you make the request in the chat, I think the rest of you guys will help direct everyone to the sight reading request in request form in the info box of this live stream. So I am only taking requests from there. If requests are repeatedly posted in the chat, it will be considered spam and you will be removed from the chat. Any type of repeated question will result in you being removed from the chat because it is spam, and it is not nice to say it like that in real life to someone. So whatever you would not do in real life, please do not do it in the chat. Now, due to the nature of how sight reading requests work, I will be reading, I'm reading music, all right, while I'm playing. So I can't literally read the chat while reading music at the same time, which means that I'm wanting the chat to be a place for you guys to be able to have conversations with each other. I want it to be kind of like a coffee shop feel, where you guys can chat, have some fun, you guys can joke around, stuff like that. But if someone comes right in the middle and starts spamming the same word or the same question over and over and over again, it just destroys the conversation for everyone. If that is the case, don't worry, I will see the repeats and you will be removed if you are the person doing it. All right. So yeah. So is there another moderator? Right now, there is not. If any of you, the ones that I know very well from Twitch, if one of you wants to be the moderator, you just let me know. But otherwise, I can also self-moderate. It's not actually a big deal, right? If I see someone repeating, I just hover over the name and put remove from chat, and that is it. So, hey, Chestnut. Yes, we are the no spam fam. Yes. So, there you go. Those are the rules for the chat. And so now you guys can have fun chatting with each other and just having fun. Hey, Neko. Hello. Okay. So, Majimon Kichi, you volunteer. Okay. I know you very well, so you can be a moderator. Add moderator. There you go. You are now a moderator. Thank you very much, sir. So, you know what to do. No mercy, okay? If someone starts repeating themselves, they get removed immediately. Now, basically, it's like a one warning rule, right? Like, if you are warned by the moderator that you cannot make your sight reading request on the, in the chat, and you ignore it, and you do it again, you'll be removed. So yeah, I would rather just be iron-fisted about it. All right? Cool. All right. Yes, Melanie, I know you very well as well, so you can be another moderator. There we go. Okay. Lovely. The power. Okay. No spam fam. Yes. Okay. Lovely. So I just wanted to make that very clear to you guys. Mostly for the newbies coming in, not understanding what you do in the chat. In the chat, you're really just supposed to chat. That's what you're supposed to do when you chat. You chat with each other. All right. So, okay, let's see what today's live streaming thing, like live stream sight reading thing is. I don't know. That's the point of this, you know? You don't know what I'm going to sight read. So let's see. We will go to my Google Drive and see what is on the list. Okay. So we have made, I think last time we only did the grand solo number 2, the Kulau grand solo. That's the only one that we did last time, I think. Okay, so, looks like some things got out of order here. That is really quite strange. Let's see. No, they did not. Okay. Looks like someone, okay, Alex, looks like Alex resubmitted grand solo number 2. So, Alex, I hope if you're here in the chat, I hope you know I spent the entire last live stream doing that. So you can go find it there. All right. Let's see. Okay. So what is next on the list then? Lovely by Billie Eilish. So I have not actually, let's see if this works out. I'll see what the link is that you sent me. Oh, it is mute. So it's pop piano sheet music. Okay. It's not loading for me. All right, I'm sorry, I cannot do this. I can't do this one. Please don't send me Pinterest links, guys. Sorry to the person who wanted me to do Billie Eilish. I like Billie Eilish. She's cool. I watched a Hot Ones interview of her and I thought she was very, very cool. So Christina, I'm so sorry. I can't do it. You'll need to find the sheet music a little bit more readily available than through Pinterest, please. So MuseScore, you know, like a PDF, you know, that you can link, stuff like that. All right. Flute 1 of the Rite of Spring. Why, Mark? Why? Okay, Mark wants this. All right. All right. So I will find my own version of this. Wonder if Orchestra Excerpts has this. So we'll do the orchestra excerpt, but Mark, if you're in the chat, you can't send me a link to a file that is on your computer. It needs to be an online link, all right? So let's see. Yeah, there is Flute 1. So I'll link this for you guys. I can't believe you guys want me to do this. This is absolutely terrible. But, you know, I guess we'll do it. Okay, so I need to edit this. All right, so today's request is Stravinsky. Why? Okay, Stravinsky Firebird Suite. Flute 1. This is request by Mark. I mean, I love you guys, but you guys are a bunch of sadists, really. I'm just calling it like it is. Oh, this is what happens when you go online. You attract people like yourself. Terrible. Yeah. Hey, Jane. Jane is here. How are you doing? Majimon Kichi and Melanie, thank you so much for answering the frequently asked questions. I really should have a frequently asked questions sort of thing in my info box. I'll get to that eventually. Okay, guys. So I've updated the info box. So if you want to, if you want to follow along, it's there. You guys are a bunch of sadists, man. I love you, but why? This is what I get for being a Slytherin, isn't it? All right, fine. We'll do this. Okay, so actually I'm going to just switch this around on my, on my computer. There. Okay, this way. I can still keep an eye on making sure my stream is doing okay, but I can look at the music, so. Let's do this. Okay, great. Oh, why? Okay. Right, how are we doing with the sound? Because I've been maxing out my microphone lately, so I'm just going to pop it all the way up there. Ooh, Alan has a very good question. I'm saving your question, Alan. So Alan is asking, how do you have a stable income where you take music as a job? You've heard that a lot of people have that want to take music have trouble with stable income. It's a very, very good question. So I am going to copy that over. Let's see. I'm just gonna put it somewhere random. Yeah, that's a great question. Absolutely great question. Okay. Okay, cool. That's a great question. I'll answer it later. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so I haven't practiced this in a long time. So we're gonna go a little bit slow at first, although let's just get a feel of how fast it's supposed to go. Okay, done. There we go. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so why? Okay. Anyway, let's go slow. So dang it, I already missed the entrance. Okay, so from the beginning. Yeah. I think that's too slow. Something like that. Oh, I did forget the text below. Thank you, Amir. What a hero. Okay. Thank you very much. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Oh, gosh. All right. Oh, all right, here we go. I probably should actually just take out my own music because there's no markings in here. So I'm like forgetting all the things that I used to do. I'm doing it really slow. We're definitely taking out my own music for this. We're taking out like not the piccolo one. Okay, but I'm taking out both versions because I can't remember which one I worked on it on. I think it was the older one. Like I have like serious PTSD for this too. Like basically I could not play this when I was younger, but I had to study it, and like it was just a bad time. Okay. All right, let's see if I have any luck doing it on my old copy. Okay. Gosh. gonna skip a few those bars of rest. So you also have to keep in mind where your thumb B flat can be. Okay. Hated that part when I was younger. Oh. You have to love the fact that he wrote an E flat there instead of a D sharp. But it's the same as before. So what's going on through my head while I do this is that I straight up need to memorize this. Yeah, I need to memorize this. Okay. Oh, wow. I did actually mark there that I need to do a thumb B flat. C sharp. Beat it. So here, okay. I've completely forgotten this part, apparently. Okay, yeah, you straight up have to memorize that. My goodness. I clearly remember the earlier stuff more so than the stuff at the end. So we are going to just straight up practice the stuff at the end more. Hope you guys can somewhat see my music. Okay, so by practice, I'm just going to straight up memorize. This part the piccolo plays together. Yeah, I actually have piccolo written in there at Q18. Yeah. Okay. Oh, David Kang, have a great lesson. You're welcome, David Thompson. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you guys are just gonna watch me basically memorize this. I've never actually memorized this. At the time that I studied this when I was younger, it never occurred to me that part of practicing is literally to just memorize your music, to like know your music so well that you have it memorized, right? Never occurred to me. So I was always held back by how fast I could read something. So this was always under speed because like you guys can see how crazy it looks, right? Like it's really hard to read. So you have to memorize it. So today we're going to do basically what we did the other day when someone wanted me to do the Mendelssohn Midsummer Night's Dream. And we basically memorized that one. We're going to memorize this one now. Okay, let's just do it now. Whatever. Okay, so this is not really sight reading anymore. This is memorizing. Okay, here we go. So we're going to go backwards actually, since I know for a fact that the stuff at the end I am the least familiar with. And not a surprise because for some reason when I was younger, I could read the end part faster than I could read the first page of this. So the book that I'm looking at, the second page is like the last bar of Q16 of like rehearsal 16. So the bar before 17 until the end is on the second page. So that's the second page stuff. I just like read through it fast enough when I was younger, but obviously I can't read that fast anymore. So let's do this. Okay, we're gonna start from Q. I think let's go rehearsal, like let's go backwards in rehearsal order, like rehearsal number order. So we'll go from 18. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so it's outlining D sharp, like a D sharp diminished chord. Okay. Okay, so okay, so it's outlining that. What is it outlining after that? So that is like a okay. So it's basically D diminished. So it's D sharp diminished going to D diminished. Okay. 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 So you guys are probably wondering, why am I trying to like figure out harmonically what's going on? For me, if I figure out harmonically what's going on, I can basically build a map of what's happening. Okay. So I'm building a map right now. And then I can, from the map, I can figure out what notes need to be played. And because I'm no longer looking at the music while figuring out what the notes are, I can actually feel better like what I'm doing. So that helps me kick in, like get the muscle memory kicking in. Okay, so we're going D sharp diminished into D diminished. Right? Yeah, okay. Okay, so. No, I think it starts D. Okay. Okay. Goes up to a D natural. Okay, so that's what I have to remember. Okay, all right, so we got that. Yes to mapping it out. Andrew knows what I'm talking about. So Andrew, I know you. So I know that you understand the pain of learning this kind of stuff. Okay, and so I didn't do this part at school. I really should have while I was practicing this in school, but I didn't know. I didn't know to do it this way. Anyway, so we're doing it now. Okay. So that gap is way too long. Okay, that's better. So cool. Okay, so what's happening later? So more of the D diminished, but this time starting from G sharp. So it's actually the same chord. Okay, all right. So yeah, it's almost like an inversion higher. Okay, and then what's the next chord then? I've never thought of it this way. This makes so much more sense. Wow, okay. So the next bit is, so what is that chord? So the E sharp to G is kind of more of a, like the G natural, I think, is more of a non-chord tone, where it's sort of like an appoggiatura into the last trill. Or no, maybe it is part of the chord. So, okay, anyway. What is an appropriate way to think of this? Two separate chords, maybe? Yeah, maybe two separate chords, in which case, it definitely has a so Susie, you had a bunch of salted pumpkin seeds last night and then today you can't double tongue. Can you not feel your tongue? Oh no, that super sucks. This bit here. Okay, I'm gonna think of it as like, okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna think of the main notes as F sharp. Okay, and then I know that I'm going upward. So a third up, and then the main note of the next one is C sharp, I think. And then I'm just gonna think of E sharp to G as kind of the two neighbor notes of F sharp. So if I think of it that way, so okay, at the very least, I know what the notes are and I can make some sort of map for myself. So I'm not gonna make sense of it harmonically, I think. Okay, so if we go from rehearsal 18, okay. Okay, so I did that without looking at it, so yeah, okay. Oh no, your student didn't come today. Man, that's rough because I think as a teacher, you're always like, are they okay? So for those of you who take lessons and you don't show and then you realize you didn't show, please just email your teacher really quickly to let them know you're alive. All right, please. Anyway, let's do this. Okay, we have that memorized now. Cool. So now we're going to go back to 17 and memorize that. So we're creating a little mental map right now. So what the heck is going on here? How can I make sense of that? E minor-ish going to A minor-ish. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, yeah. E minor-ish going to A minor-ish. Resolving back to the B. Okay. Okay, so with that little A kind of, I'm going to treat it as a non-chord tone. Okay, and then it resolves down to, so it's the same thing, and then it resolves down to the A sharp instead of the B. And then we're doing like a outline of F sharp diminished. Yeah, so. Okay, so, yeah, because the A sharp kind of foreshadows like the next bit coming up. So yeah, okay, that makes sense. And then the next bit is like a D sharp, D sharp-ish. D sharp. Okay, I think we're gonna go with like a D. Okay. Okay, so. So. Interesting. Okay, so D sharp-ish thing resolving to E sharp. Okay. Yeah, and those are the same notes. Can I do that? Is that a thing? Is that the thing people do? Yeah. Maybe. Okay, so I have like a millisecond of time to get there. Okay. So I have to remember D sharp-ish thing resolving to E sharp. Okay. Okay. That's already a lot faster than I used to do it, which is great. Okay. Then we have, essentially it's like a D sharp diminished thing. Okay, got it. And then this time the trill is on A sharp instead. So it's like just lowering everything a bit. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so here we are back. So we go back to the D sharpish major thing, resolving to E sharp, and then we go back to the D sharp diminished thing, going to, okay, but then we go higher to the A sharp into the A. Okay, so yeah, right, because before we were starting from lower. Makes sense that we go much higher now. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Keep my thumb B flat down that entire time. Okay. Nope. All right. All right. Yep. I think that was right. Yeah, okay, that was right. It's weird to change the A sharps to A naturals. Oh, okay. Okay, it's getting better as I'm like anticipating the correct thing to do more. Okay, so now we should test to see if we know all of Rehearsal 17. Okay. I think what we said was, yeah, E minor-ish thing going into A minor. And then we said, oh, it was the same thing. Okay. I'm getting it mixed up. Yeah, so F sharp diminished. All right. Okay, I'm trying to figure out with my map in my head. Oh, too low. No. Too low. So not all the way down. Okay. So deep back to D sharp immediately. Okay, and then all right, we're getting there. All right. So we need to review it again and see if I can not look at the music as much. So again, mental map. No. Okay. No. Okay. Okay. I didn't have to look at the music that time, so we'll count that as a win, but it needs to be a little bit more smooth. So I have to like really be in the moment, think about, okay, I hit this mark, what's the next mark coming up, but not think too far too. So always just kind of like hit your mark, just think of only the next one, and then keep going. Okay. Oh, gosh. No. Okay, better? Oof. Okay. Phones can be used as pillows. Really now. Really now. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, guys, we're getting there. We're getting there. This is basically just has become a Firebird practice session. So you guys can see this is actually probably closer to how you should actually practice this. Don't do what I did when I was younger, which is just read and play it over and over. It's not going to get in your head. You have to create some sort of mental map that works for you, and you have to do it memorized. There's just no way. You cannot read this fast enough at the expected speed. You have to have it memorized, which I did not do, and now I am doing. So you guys are basically watching a real practice session right now. Okay. Already forgot. So yeah, okay. That's how my friends did it. My friends who could do this really well, they just had it memorized. Okay. Okay, it's getting there. Okay, so at this point, it's just muscle memory. Like, you have to just keep repeating it until it's muscle memory. All right. Whew. All right, see ya. See ya, Chestnut. Hello, Super Mommy. Did I say hello to you before? Hey Cameron, I am at rehearsal 17 right now. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Once this is like really solid in my like muscle memory, it'll be really easy to go faster. But you can't go faster if you don't know the notes. So okay, made it through. Kind of slow, but made it through. Oh, so many things to keep in mind at once. Okay. So afterwards, I'm just going to review. So after that goes into, right, the D sharp diminished going into D diminished into that like loosely F sharp to C sharp to F sharp. Okay. Let's see if I remember 18 now. So I loosely remember it. Okay, so let's see if we can do 17 into 18. Sunflower butter. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Okay, let's do this. Oh my gosh. Okay. I had to look once because I was like, what? I started to get all the like stuff confused. Ooh, okay. So it is 2 beats, right? Yeah, okay. Is it 2 beats after that? Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay. Oh, cashew butter. My goodness. I love that you guys are having fun talking with each other. Anyway, even with me suffering in the background. Vard. Is that how you say your username? Hello. I see you're very active in the chat, and I wanted to make sure you knew that I saw you. Hello. Hope you're doing well today. Okay, let's see. Still want to do something else. Okay, but for the most part, I have it memorized, but I would need way more muscle memory work over several more days before this is solidified. It's just one of those things, man. Okay, well, we should, I think, review 17, 18 one more time before we look at 16. So. So better. Let's look at 16. So 16 is actually the same as the, or not quite the same. I think, where does it start the same again? I think 15 is when it's the same again. But let's go from 16. 16 is pretty short. Let's see. So we're doing D natural, C sharp. Okay, so. It's like, I think I'm going to think of it as like a D major, a D major third. And then you're kind of changing the main note from D to C sharp. Okay. Okay, and then 2, 3. Measured trill on the B, chromatic up to, okay, so. Okay, and then we are doing F major triad, and then changing from the F to the E. Okay. All right, there we go. So from 16, okay. I'm lifting my pinky on the E's so that they speak a little bit easier. Okay. Yeah, it's only 3 beats. Okay. to like relax my face down. I'm not used to that. Okay, so. Whoops. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm gonna have to like really push that E. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I do remember the start of 17. Confused flabbeetle. People with actual reasons when they started learning their instrument and you just did it to get out of PE. You could do that. Could you take band instead of PE? Was that kind of how your school worked? Because mine definitely did not work that way. We had to take mandatory PE up until grade 10. And then after grade 10, you didn't have to. So I actually planned getting my ears pierced to be after my last year having to take PE, because I had heard so many horror stories of people's like earlobes getting like just ripped to shreds because their earrings got caught while they were, you know, PEing. So yeah. Oh man. Oh, Magic Monkichi, I see why you like trills. Yeah. It's you're right. I mean, for me, when I listen to a person doing a trill using their voice, that is unreal to me. Unreal. Man. Casey, you had to do PE or sports until high school. Like before high school, you mean? Because for me, I had to take it until halfway through high school. PE is mandatory in Israel until graduation. Oh, so all the way through grade 12. That's really interesting. So David Thompson, in PE, you learn rhythm and breathing. Really? Because I didn't. Then again, I didn't have really great PE classes. They weren't really great classes. And then in the UK, it's compulsory through year 11. Oh, that's so interesting. Jason Momoa better be at the top of this rope. Did you guys have to do like rope climbing in PE? That is crazy. No way. See, so the PE courses that I absolutely was jealous of for some years is that in some years they would have the class learn some ballroom dancing as part of PE. And I missed every single year that they decided to do that. It's just such a freaking bummer, because to me, like, oh, I love ballroom dance. I think it's so elegant and refined and beautiful and takes a lot of skill. I basically have 2 left feet, so to me, like, learning that stuff is really just for fun. But yeah, you know, let's see. Same with the dancing for you, Vard. I'm calling you Verd. Verd? Should I call you Verd or Ver? Are you Ver HD? Is that actually what it is? Paul. Oh, that is so great. It's the Harry Potter ballroom dancing lesson kind of vibes. I know, that's what I wanted. Speaking of that. No, where does it go to? Is it something like that? Something like that? Something like that. I haven't heard it in a very long time. The only part that I really know is that like beginning flourish, you know? Man, the moment I heard that in theaters, I was like, I have to go home and figure this out. It's like, oh my gosh. Oh, and I love Hermione's dress. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Man, I love that scene. That scene is everything. Oh. Anyway, we should probably go back to this, eh? All right, let's see. So we figured out. There it is. There it is. There it is. It's C natural. Okay. I'm still stumbling, but at least I'm remembering the cues a little bit better. Gosh. Gosh. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, my quick procrastination break. Now you guys know, like, this is legit, like besides the memorization part, like, this was basically me practicing when I was younger. Although I really should have done the memorization bit. I really should have, because I think that would have made it just so much better. I would have gone through, I think, like, I would have actually held on to a lot more material, and I would have learned it better, and I would have been able to actually do it at speed. Because I think I was never able to do this at speed when I was younger. And it's just because I didn't know the notes. You can't read them fast enough, you know? What was the name of the theme that I played? I don't know. I don't know what it's called. But it's the ballroom dance scene in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So, yeah. Okay. Should I start, Amir? Should I start a PTSD live stream series? Because this would be PTSD number 2. Should we call it that? Orchestra excerpt PTSD live stream. Okay, let's do it. Let's call it that. I'm doing it. Amir comes up with really good stream names. Orchestra excerpt PTSD live stream number 2. So this time featuring Firebird. We'll call it that. I might kind of streamline it later. PTSD number 2 with Strastreamsky. I like it. I'll put like in like brackets Firebird though, just so you know people know what it is. PTSD number 2. There you go. Thank you, Amir. You had a suggestion earlier. What was your suggestion earlier? That was good. Unless it is this one. This is a very good one. You guys are like reliving my PTSD with me. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is good. I will say, okay. This is good for me to revisit things that I have shoved under the rug because I just could not play it when I was younger. But now I have the tools to know how to practice it so that I can do it. But the PTSD is real. I feel like Amir should name all the streams. All right. Cameron, hello. You once attended flute summer camp at UCF. High school group were always required to participate in a Zumba dance class. A Zumba dance class? Fun. Oh, should I reenact me playing 2 piccolo parts at once? That's another very good PTSD thing to do. Should I do it sometime? I think I still have the music, so I should be able to do it. I'd have to go and look for the music, though. Why? I think PTSD number 2, though, sounds really good. Oh my gosh, guys. So, we're spending this entire stream doing this. Hope you guys don't mind. I'm going really slowly through this, whatchamacallit. My brain is shot from this, my God. Through the sight reading requests. I'm going very slowly through it. But it's making for some grand content, if you ask me. Okay. I'm like legit sweating right now. Is it literally just called Potter Waltz? Aww. David, watching people face their fears makes you smile. Well, I think it's the facing the fears and like doing it and overcoming it. But like, man, guys, you guys are bringing back all sorts of like crazy memories from when I was in school. This is, yeah, it's so how did I put tape on my head joint? You mean when it was not fitted, right? So you put tape on. I noticed that the Flute Center of New York put it on at an angle, so I copied that. For Mystically, hello, welcome to the stream. But yeah, you put it at an angle, and I don't know, maybe like I think for some reason, like when you slide the head joint into the flute, it won't like do that weird bunching as much if you do it at an angle. What's the name of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe flute song? I think it's Tumnus's Lullaby, which I love that one. So let's procrastinate a bit. I mean, how can you not fall in love with that, right? Just like, again, it was one of those moments, I heard it in the theaters and I was like, I have to figure that out. That is so pretty. It's very simple actually, but it's really, really pretty. You're currently at Walmart, but still supporting the stream. Thank you for Mystically. My gosh, the solidarity with me. Thank you. Jaden, hello. You don't have to be sorry you're late. Anyone here, please never apologize for being late. There's a reason why these streams last a while, right? It's so that I can catch you guys at different times whenever you guys are available, you know? Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I love the Tumnus theme. It's so, so pretty. Oh, yeah, just... Okay, let's do this. Let's keep doing this. Okay. Okay, so what is happening in 15 now? I believe it's basically the same as the beginning. So this one is a B major third going down to an A sharp afterwards. And then we have this sort of D sharp, no, E flat D or D sharp, you know. So this time written with flats. The first time around is written with sharps. So E flat D, D flat with the kind of the A to F sort of thing up on top. Okay. And then, so what is this? Oh, that is just straight up a B minor 7 chord. And then it goes to, and then it raises the D to a D sharp. So that is like a very strange, like, it's a minor 7 chord with a major third instead. No, not minor 7. Oh, not minor 7. It is a B diminished 7. So B diminished 7, but starting on the A. Diminished 7, is it half diminished? Yeah, half diminished. B half diminished 7, and then it turns into like a B half diminished 7 with a major third. Okay, that's cool. And I believe that's exactly what happens in the beginning too. So kind of like a, you know, memorize once sort of, but you know, get multiple parts. I like it when music does that. Okay. So I've never paid attention to how that feels. It like weirdly feels easier than I perceive it to be. So I'm like trying to like overcomplicate it, if that makes sense. Okay, all right. So okay, 3 beats until the okay. Too long. Yeah, I think I waited 1 beat too long. major triad minor 7 isn't that a dominant 7? Yeah, it is, but I think in this part it's a half diminished 7, but it just so happened that the third is a sharp. I guess it's better to call it a half diminished 7 with a sharp 3. That's probably more what's going on here. Yeah, I know. Okay. Okay. And then, do I remember what comes after that? I do. Yes. Okay. All right. So. Okay, no, not long enough. Okay. Yep. This feels very different from when I did it when I was younger. My goodness. Okay. I think what we need to do is one quick run from 15 to the end and just see if I remember all my cues. So I'm totally going to make mistakes. I'm totally gonna have some brain farts where I have to like think an extra second before I remember what the cue is, but let's just make sure that I can just not look at the music while doing it. So here we go. Oh gosh. No, I skipped way too far. Yeah, so I have to go down to, oh right, it's an E minor to A minor thing. Okay, so I did have to look that time, so I'm gonna go back to 15. Okay. Yeah, okay, so 1, 2, 3, so 4, 5, 6. I think it's 1. Oh, it's only 1 beat and then 3. Okay, so. Oops. So I had to look for the numbers of like rests, beats of rest between each part. So that might be something that I need to look for in the future. but I made it through without looking at the notes. So we'll call that a win. Okay, so we're gonna do pick up into 14. Hated this part with a fiery passion. So it's like a D major third-ish thing going up. And then what is this business that it's outlining? So that's all kind of resolving to the E. Okay. So. Okay, I'm gonna feel it and hear it as like a D major, like a D major third, like just a third, resolving to the E, which turns into like the E is the third of a C augmented chord, which resolves to D. So going D, E, which is actually C going to D. Okay. Trill, so I had to look for it. I didn't even realize I interrupted myself. Did I? Okay. Right, goes down to a D. Okay, and then we have A major, then switch down to a G, A flat major third, switch down to a G, and then it goes C, A flat G, C, B, A flat, okay, A flat G, G goes to C, and then up on top is a D major, D major third, okay, A flat G, C, B, A flat, A sharp, and then after that, what is this business here? It is, that is a G sharp, so G sharp to B is minor, minor, yeah, so it's a half diminished, G sharp half diminished, and then afterwards, so similar to what we were doing later on, which was like a B half diminished 7, this is a G sharp half diminished 7 with a sharp 3 afterwards. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's what that is. Judith, how are you doing? Okay. Right, G sharp, half diminished. Okay, all right. Woo, okay. Gosh. All right, all right. We getting there. We getting there. Oh my gosh, guys. Woo. You feel like a daredevil stunt woman because you went out to get groceries today. I feel you, Judith. There's definitely an air of unease going out now that I realize, I completely took for granted when, the world was not shut down like this. And yeah, you guys feel that too, right? It's a general feel of unease when you go out now. It's not like before where, like I could just go out to a coffee shop, bring my laptop along with me, grab a coffee, sit down for a few hours to, work a little bit, with a cup of coffee. No, not a lot of coffee places have space for you to do that anymore. Two, it's just generally unsafe to do that probably. Nowadays, like you can get your takeout coffee, but like sitting there for like 3 or 4 hours, like exposing yourself to everything and anyone who comes by, is like not generally a safe thing to do now. So yeah, I've gotten one coffee out in the last 4 months. So with the money that I have saved from not going out for coffee, I have legit been considering just making a little kind of coffee shop feel somewhere in my house. Get a manual press, espresso maker, like learn to froth my own milk. I already kind of know how to froth my own milk, but not froth it in the way that they do in, coffee shops. So, but I have been considering doing that just because it's like, I want the sense of ease, but also that kind of coffee shop feel, like I'm really into that kind of like, really homey sort of like I don't know, like just really homey, comfy coffee shop feel. Do you guys know what I mean? Like have like string lights and stuff like that, a little bistro chair, table, like that vibe, like with the coffee smells and like I miss it so much. I kind of want to just recreate it at home. Your marriage is literally Dungeons and Dragons adventure. You're clearly the party tech. I'm also the so when John and I play like RPGs and stuff like that, I am usually the person that just goes up to people and bashes them. He's the one that stays further away to sling the spells and stuff like that. He's definitely a more of a ranged fighter than I am. I'm more like, run up to the enemy and just like face tank everything. Yeah. Oh, and Animal Crossing. You guys may have seen that I have the Animal Crossing Switch. Yeah, we totally did pre-order it before. Oh, Melanie. Super Mommy, you're homeschooling your children this year and maybe next year too. Yeah, lots of people are going into that because of the whole like crazy everything going on right now. Apparently I shouldn't say the word on YouTube, otherwise it can get demonetized. High five, fellow barbarian. I'm definitely the face tanker. Am I building my own Animal Crossing in-home coffee shop? Oh man, I would love that. That sounds fantastic. I'm still waiting for Brewster to arrive in Animal Crossing. I have hope that Brewster will be in an update in the future. I have hope. I have hope that they will do it. I have hope. But, no word yet from Nintendo, so we don't know. But I'm holding on to hope. I'm holding on to hope that Brewster will become an NPC that we can meet in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Any tips for Partita in A minor? Breath control. That's your tip. So do a lot of sort of blowing on your hand to maintaining constant air pressure. You kind of want to actually like go through the whole partita playing it on your hand instead of on the flute to make sure you're maintaining your air pressure throughout. That's my tip for you. Yeah. You love Brewster too? Love Brewster. We played some, I think it was like a lo-fi sort of jazz version of Brewster's theme during the coffee hour in my wedding. Yeah. John found that. And so we had a coffee hour in our wedding, and that was, to die for. It was awesome. It was great. So I just want to like recreate that like coffee shop vibe, you know? I really miss it. That was where I would go to hide, right? So like that is my hiding place. And so there was a Starbucks very near San Francisco State University, and I would go there in between classes and stuff. So obviously I spent a lot of money at that Starbucks. So in terms of money spent, probably not the best use of my money, but that was my hiding spot. That was my place to just have my space to myself, and I didn't have to talk to anyone, and I could just, or if I did want to talk to someone, I would talk to Carrie. Like I would call her. But like on the really, really bad Wi-Fi that they had there. But it was just like my safe place. Like my safe place is a coffee shop. Like I like that coffee shop smell, the kind of, you know, kind of up and down, hustle and bustle, but then sometimes there are some like really quiet down times. Yeah. Very near. Is it not good grammar? I was under the impression that was fine. Yeah. So, you know. Yeah. I miss it. I miss that coffee shop vibe. I'm like dying to recreate it at home. Just so I could pretend, you know? Okay, guys, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna go all the way until the end of the stream on this and just see how far we get with memorizing this. We are more than halfway through memorizing this. So like there is hope that I will actually have this whole thing memorized by the end. Probably not the most, it probably may not still be up to speed. I mean, keep in mind, this is basically one practice session on this. So, yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, so the next bit before this, we're now at rehearsal 13. So here we are doing so like an E, definitely E, but like a E, we'll think like a major third stacked on top of a C, resolving to B flat, actually. So like an E flat majorish sort of thing. And then what is happening here? So this chord is so this is, that is a G. Like if the B flat was a B natural, that would be a G sharp diminished, G sharp half diminished 7. So this is a G sharp half diminished 7 with a flat 3. Like double flat 3, I guess you could call it. Flat 3? Yeah. So okay, I can live with that. All right, so we'll do that. Okay. Yep. Okay. I got that map in my head. That makes sense to me. Okay. Let's see if we can connect it to the bit that comes after. Then rest. And then we go. I think that goes way too high. Oh, I started like one note too high. Okay. Yes, I did remember that, right? Okay, because this one is, yeah, half diminished 7 on G sharp with a sharp 3 later. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Okay, so again. Okay. Okay. No, way too high. Yeah, okay. What's the chord again? B half diminish. Yeah, okay. Okay, and then what's the chord here? It's D. Okay. So I have to keep all that straight. So I have to start from 13 again, I think. And rest. So bar before 14. Gosh. Okay. To go down to, okay, because I keep wanting to, I think, to start from the A sharp. Okay, that's where I'm going wrong. Okay. Okay. I skipped. Okay. Okay. So, still need to go back and keep everything straight because I keep wanting to look. Okay. Trying to get all my mental markers together in my head. Okay. Okay. There it is. Okay. I think I accidentally repeated what I did before. Yeah, I did. Okay. Backing it up again. Oh gosh. So all the way right, it's E minor going into that. Okay. Okay, we're getting there though. We're getting there. Once more. Okay. I think I waited a bit too long, but let's keep going. I did get it right. Okay. So trust my instincts. I did get that part right. To look for some spots where I forgot which note I was starting on, but we'll keep that in mind for next time. Okay, so if we keep going back, pick up into 12 now. Okay, so D. So we will see that as outlining D sharp diminished chord, diminished, right? But kind of going downwards instead of upwards. Okay, so there, B flat. Okay, so going to B flat, major third, resolving on. So B flat going down to A. Okay, so, or B flat, yeah, to A minor. So, but we're going up to, okay. Let's try that much. Okay, yeah, cool. It's never like that to me before. Probably because I was just reading and not actually processing. Okay, so what is that chord after? It's E, G sharp, C, D, E. So I'm going to read this as a C augmented with a D passing note. We'll read it that way. Okay. Okay, so okay, except I need to wait 2 beats. Got it? Cool. Okay, and then we repeat again the same B flat thing going up to high A, and then it's a straight chromatic going from G sharp down to C sharp. D da 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 da. Okay. How many beats do I wait? Just 1. Okay. What was this again? I forgot what this was again. Oh, I can actually read this similar to the other one. This might be easier to keep track of as a B flat augmented with a G sharp passing note. Yeah, it's easier to, okay, so let's change that to a B flat augmented so that it matches how I think of the other one. Okay. Oh, not long enough, so. Okay. Yeah, much easier to think of it that way. Except I didn't wait long enough there too. Okay, one more time. Okay, once more. Okay. I had to like think about it for a second. Okay. Woo, we're getting there. Ninja hubby must be thinking, what is Joe doing right now? Yeah, probably. The other day, I was in here basically turkey gobbling with a for the Iber, third movement. It kind of like sounds like that. The tremolos. Yeah. Sounds like boss theme music. It does kind of sound like boss theme music, doesn't it? It's all the like diminished stuff, half diminished stuff, all the, all the scary chords, some augmenteds in there too, Okay. we are very close to having this whole thing memorized. So let's just memorize the rest of it. We just have the beginning, which I've actually technically already memorized quite a bit of it. So if we go back to 11, so here we're outlining A, G natural, and C sharp. So like in A, it's like a weird chromatic-y A dominant 7. Yeah. Like if you take the first note of each of those triplets, right? So, okay, so at least that's a great way for me to remember it. So, okay. Okay, I do remember it, but like I'm like, okay, so I have to remember that as like A dominant 7 chromatic-y kind of outline. All right, so 10 is kind of like 16, except we don't do the trill. Okay, so that part I do know. That part I do know. So it's B going up to F sharp. Okay. Because like when I was studying this when I was younger, I would constantly play the beginning over and over and over and over. Like I did that accidentally. So this is actually one of the reasons why I'm starting from the end, right? That's the reason why the end was the least familiar to me, because when I was younger, I would only repeat the beginning. And then by the time I get like halfway down the page, I'm already really tired and I give up practicing for that day. So, and then the next day that I would start again, I would start from the beginning again, because I thought I had to go from the beginning to the end, which of course that's not actually how practicing works. So, you know, but basically right now I'm reaping what I have sown. So don't do what I did when I was younger. Do what I'm doing now. All right. So memorize it, go backwards, rehearsal by rehearsal. The tremolos were giving you life. I mean, I'll do a bit now. I remember it, guys. I remember it. See, I'm memorizing other things too on top of doing this. Okay. Anyway. We've got 5 minutes left, so we're just going to tag on the rest of this, which I've actually already memorized. So, okay, here we go. So. I hate that. Because it's B half diminish 7 and then it's with a sharp 3 after. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I need to figure out so 2 and then the beginning of the next part. Okay. God, I hate that. Yeah, okay. da 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 da. Okay, so it's like pretty much immediate. So. Okay. Okay, so. Okay. 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 There it is. So mental map is just to like help you remember how to figure out the notes. Let's keep going. All right. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. No. I did get that right? I did. Cool. Okay. Okay. I think it's A sharp. It is, but the lower one. Okay. That is right. Right, it's D diminished, okay. Okay, I memorized the whole thing. Now, let's play it while looking at the music loosely, now that I have the whole thing memorized. Okay, let's see if we can go pretty fast now, if that's the case. So, that's 76. I might actually be going a little too fast. Anyway, okay, so let's look at the music now while playing and see how that improves our playing. Here we go. I know we're going over time a bit. Okay. Not bad. How did I memorize this in one stream? I don't know. Where there's a will, there's a way. Here we go. I did that right. Wow. I waited too long. I hope you know that I took this entire live stream to memorize this due to your request. It has brought back many, many memories from music school, and I can pretty confidently say that even though I messed up a few times while reading it this time, at the end of this stream, I can pretty confidently say that is the best I've ever played it in my life. Oh, I memorized it, okay? So I took this entire stream to memorize this excerpt. Just so you guys know, I do have a future project planned where I want to memorize every single orchestral excerpt in the Jeannie Baxtresser book. This one, okay? After I have finished memorizing the Ibera Concerto. So you've basically helped me memorize my second orchestral excerpt. The first one I memorized was the Mendelssohn. Now I've only just taken this one stream to memorize this, so I will probably have to re-jog my memory of how I'm mental mapping this whole thing in the future. I know I'm gonna have to do that. So, because knowing myself, I basically have to go through the process that I just did in front of you guys at least 4 more times before it completely sticks. But you can see how this is actually how you practice, all right? All right, the way you practice is actually you have to memorize it, because a lot of this stuff, in this book, especially the fast excerpts, they're going so fast you cannot read it, okay? It's impossible. The one that you can really feel that this is the case is actually in volume 2, that it was very generously gifted by one of my patrons who owns a music shop, and sent this to me because she knew that this was missing from my kind of collection here. So in volume 2, one of the last excerpts in here is Hagrid's Friendly Bird from Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And it goes so fast you cannot read it. You can't, okay? You cannot read it while going that fast. You have to have it memorized. So like it becomes more and more apparent the newer the music is, because the newer the music is, the more the composer demand like crazy virtuosity from the player. You have to memorize it. It's going so fast, you can't read it. So, you know, anyway, I do need a tea. Holy crap. I think all of my energy from the tea that I had before the stream is gone now. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed my practice session on the Firebird. I think that was like, did you guys feel how reluctant I was in the beginning to do this? Because it was really bringing back really bad PTSD memories from music school. Like it was really bad memories of me failing at this. So, but I feel so much better about it now. It was exactly how I felt after doing the Mendelssohn in front of you guys. So this is good for me. This is good. Thank you for your slightly sadistic requests. But just so you guys know, it is 100% very sadistic of you guys, but I love it. Keep it coming, okay? I am going to take a quick break, and then I will show up again on Twitch in just like 6 minutes, actually. So I am just going to put the ending screen here so that you guys can say your goodbyes to each other, so I don't just like chop you guys off immediately for like a minute, and then I'll switch on over to Twitch. If you're still not sick of me and you still want to hang out, come on over to twitch.tv/justanotherflautist. And you can join me for a practice session on the eBear there. But likely I'm going to spend the first 15 minutes or so just chatting with you guys and getting a bit of a breather from doing this. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to our moderators, Magic Monkichi, and to Melanie. Thank you so much. I will see you guys very, very soon. Stay happy, healthy, and safe if I don't see you soon over on Twitch. And yeah, I love y'all very much. See you later. Bye.